So Errol Spence gave his reaction to Jaron Ennis knocking out Vela in a devastating fashion, where he shared a picture of him looking like a shark, saying beast mode. Now, the biggest fish, obviously, in the welterweight division is Errol Spence, but come July 29th, we're going to find out who is the undisputed pound-for-pound #1 king in the entire sport, not just in the welterweight division. But make no mistake, Jaron Ennis is really him. He showed that last night. However, for him, Jaron Ennis, to become a world champion, he has to go through not just any champion, but the pound-for-pound #1 undisputed king, which is a tall order for anybody. But if there's anybody that could reach that ceiling, that will be Jaron Ennis. You know, I remember not too long ago, people tried to pretend that Jaron Ennis wasn't all that nice, all because his last opponent came to survive instead of win. Now, despite Jaron Ennis winning every single round, the critics had so many negative things to say. Keep in mind, it ain't like Jaron Ennis was losing every single round or lost a lot of rounds. Absolutely not. It was the opposite. Jaron Ennis won every single round. There wasn't a round he lost. And still, that was their version of Jaron Ennis supposedly getting exposed just because his opponent wanted no smoke. Now, we all know for a fact if Jaron Ennis had the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection, all of these fans will be saying the exact opposite, which is his opponent was running plus losing every single round. That's not Jaron Ennis' fault. But because Jaron Ennis has the complexion for the neglection, they do what they usually do to all of the fighters on the coincidental list. It's not a coincidence. All they do is hate. Nevertheless, since at the moment in time, Errol Spence and Crawford are fighting each other on July 29th, and then they're going to have a rematch before the end of the year, I would like to see Jaron Ennis back in the ring as soon as possible. He needs to stay active. So great opponents for him will be the likes of Thurman, Ugas, Stenonius, who can't even get the Virgil Ortiz fight to save his career. Well, we all know Jaron Ennis will fight him in a heartbeat, but Stenonius already turned down the fight. That's why Stenonius was fighting Virgil Ortiz all the way across the street on the zone to begin with, instead of fighting Jaron Ennis at home on Showtime PBC, which is the main reason why it's hard to keep Jaron Ennis active, since fighters are turning fights down with him left and right. Nobody want to fight Jaron Ennis for good reasons. We saw them last night. That's why you got to give credit where credit is due to Vela for at least stepping in the ring with Jaron Ennis. Win or lose, Vela ended up finding out the hard way that there is no mountain high enough. Vela could train on the mountain of Everest. That still won't be good enough. Jaron Ennis will still knock him out. See, it's not the size of the mountain that matters, but more so the size of the heart, skill, and the dog that's training on the mountain. Therefore, I'm pretty sure Jaron Ennis debunked Vela theory when he said after beating Ellis, quote, "Black fighters practice technique a lot, but they don't like to climb up the mountains. I climb up the mountains a lot. They say that resistance kill quality." End of the quote. He had more to say, but we're going to end it at that because Jaron Ennis completely debunked that theory. Now, Vela sees reality as clear as day that the size of the mountain does not matter. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
No, hermano, lo que yo veo de aquí, de los morenos, es que ellos practican mucho la técnica y eso, pero yo muy poco les gusta subir montañas. Yo sí subo muchas montañas, hasta 3 veces por semana. Entonces, como me queda poquito tiempo, aproveché al máximo las montañas, todo. Dice que la resistencia mata calidad. Entonces, si vos te cansás, y eso fue lo que le pasó al que se cansó.
Exacto, Franquito.
Y en todas las peleas soy así, voy a ser así.
No,
Por eso me gusta mucho el peleador de ustedes, Chino Maidana.